Are you into chess? Are you looking to improve? This video might be for you. Stay tuned and let's take a look at my round 4 of the Hot Summer Swiss tournament, and let's dive into some game analysis. My game is with John DeMastri at my local club. I've played him 2 other times before, but the times I played him, I was just coming back to chess a year ago, and he beat me both times. So this was another revenge match for me. I have 2 revenge matches, actually 3 in this one alone. So in this tournament. So right now in the tournament standings, I am sitting at 2-1. So I'm doing well. And this game would be great depending on how the outcome is. Now, this game is a pretty paramount game for me. This is a turning point type of game, like some of the others in my chess development and improvement. For a long time, I've played C4. Before that, for about 20 years, I played D4. And before that, when I was a teenager and learning how to play chess, I was an E4 player. This is the first game I've played in a classical match where I played E4 first in over 20 years. 20 years, more than 20 years since I played E4 in a classical game. So this is going to be all new territory for me. And what I learned about my chess is that my tactics, when I came back to chess, my tactics were very, very low. I needed a lot of help, and I studied pretty much solely tactics. But what I found was I was playing very positionally minded openings. I was not playing tactical openings, so I wasn't seeing new tactics in my games. I was seeing positional concepts. I was playing the English. I was playing the Dutch, which can be a positional opening, but it's more of an aggressive opening. But I didn't see it a lot because there's not a lot of D4 players in my club, and I'm not seeing D4 a lot online either. I think in the last year I'd only seen 2 or 3 Dutch in classical, and I only saw maybe 6 or 7 online. So I wasn't playing the Dutch very often. So as black, and then I was playing the French, and the French is a very solid opening, but it's very positional. It can get very tactical, but I was not playing the tactical lines. I was playing very solid positional lines. So long story short, there's a long-winded way of saying I was learning tons of tactics, but I was never seeing them in my games. So I decided to drop all of my opening prep, all of it. I dropped the English, I dropped the Dutch, and I dropped the French. A year's worth of work, gone. Not gone. Gone is the wrong way to say it. That I'm not going to use right now. I'm going to change my opening repertoire to more align with tactical ability. So I'm going back to E4 and E4, E5 types of structures because I don't know them. I haven't played them for 20 years, and the way that I thought that I knew them, I don't. So I read a book called Pump Up Your Rating by Axel Smith. I don't have the book. I have it on Forward Chess. Those of you that are familiar with it, go to forwardchess.com. Actually, I believe I can put it in the chat. Bear with me here. This is an awesome website. I urge you all to check it out. It's great. So if you struggle with reading books, chess books namely, and you find yourself not getting through them because you're like, man, I have to set it up on a board like the one behind me, and then I get lost in the variation, and and then I have to reset the board, and you're just like, that's too cumbersome. I can't do that. Check out Forward Chess. This gives you the ability to buy the book online in like e-reader type of format, but what's really cool about it is when you click on a variation, it gives you a board, and then you can go through the variation and click through it, which is really nice. And to me, that was super helpful for me being able to digest a book much faster. Now, the book that I bought was Pump Up Your Rating by Axel Smith. It was amazing. It just like opened my eyes to chess. And then I listened to some podcasts on the Chess Journeys podcast by Dr. Skull. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he's one of the chess punks on Twitter. And I listened to, I don't remember what episode number it was, but it was with Stasia Pugh, I believe, or Pugh is her last name, I believe. And it was eye-opening, and I said, I'm going to do that, which was her international master coaches told her to drop all of her prep and start fresh. And they gave her a fully aggressive repertoire, and I said, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm dropping everything that I know about the opening, and I'm going back to e4, and I'm going to relearn the fundamentals of chess. I'm going to humble myself and say, you know what, even if I lose 10 games in a row, I'm going to learn these structures, and I'm going to start going for the initiative in the attack. I'm going to give up pawns like they don't matter. I'm going to give up pieces for sacrifices. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to see these tactics in my game. I'm going to force it to come to my face. So I did. And the first game that I see is a Sicilian. And I know exactly what to do because I bought another Simon Williams course. The Grandmasters E4, Grandmasters Gambits 1 E4 by Simon Williams. And sorry, I don't have that actually marked either. I can bring it up though. Grandmaster Gambits 1 E4, see course homepage. I will post this. I saw this because I am a Simon Williams fan. And I said, okay. And I got that. I didn't get it with the videos. Usually I get them with videos, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to get no fluff. I'm going to just focus on stuff. And the first thing that he talks about is the wing gambit. And I know some of you guys are looking at this like, dude, Nick, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? You're giving up a pawn for free? Like, you're just going to give that away? Yes, absolutely. I'm going to give pawns away for initiative. And this is a huge turning point. This game is a huge turning point for me. I knew and felt like I knew what to do, and I felt comfortable. And I thought, even though I had very little prep, I didn't do a lot of prep. I had some prep, but not a lot. And he took, and I'm going to play A3. And you're like, what are you doing? Why? Oh my God, you're just going to give up pawns and just blow up your game? What are you doing? No, there's reasons for this, and it's going to show very quickly. Creating a clip. Yeah, we're clipping that because that was exciting. Yeah, I'm going to give it up. If he takes, I know what to do. If he pushes forward, I know what to do. If he doesn't take, I know what to do. I'm ready for all three responses here. And the idea behind this opening, you're going to see very quickly. He plays E5, play knight to F3. I'm attacking the pawn. We have this going on. He's going to defend it with this guy. We got this going on. This pawn's under attack. And now we have threats. He saves the pawn, but this move right here is not a good move. I believe that is going to be a question mark. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Not a blunder, but a difficult move because now he's got a backwards pawn. I have not only forced a positional weakness, but now he's stuck. Like, this bishop no longer can get out. He can't come after this pawn. So I can develop. Let's develop more. Let's get my pieces out. The whole idea behind this opening, give up these pawns and get crazy initiative and crazy attack by quick development. He defends. I get castled. Now I've got king safety. His king is still in the middle of the board, and he is no closer to castling. Look at these pieces just stuck here. Moves his queen, attacks my bishop. I got to drop back. which is okay. This might be one of the inaccuracies of the game. I probably should have just developed to, C4 to begin with, because now I've lost a tempo. And the idea of playing an opening with initiative is all about tempo. You want as many tempo as you can have. But it served a purpose for me. Reason being is this bishop he developed to here as a passive move instead of coming up here. So, and now he came up here. Exactly. So we did play this little back and forth tempo deal, but that's okay. Now I went for it. Look at that. This is a double exclamation point. Bam! Totally a double exclamation point. This sacrifice is awesome. And you're like, wait, what? Reason being, if he takes, that's what we want. We want him to take. Do you see the next moves? If you do, pause the video. If you don't, pause the video. Either way, put your comments down below. What is the sequence? Do you see it? So, the move is check. And he has to move his king. No matter where he moves his king, we get this bishop. And we've won a pawn. We get our bishop back. And we have the initiative because we have our queen coming in. No matter what he does, he's got to move his king. He's got to do something. Let's say he moves here. We get this, and now we've got another discovery. He's probably not going to move there. He's probably going to move back. But you get this really nice attack really quick. And he was smart. John is really good. He's 1687. I'm 1533 at this point. And he was smart enough not to take. But now I've won a pawn. I got one of my pawns. The pawn that I gave up, the B pawn, I got it back. I'm going to take another pawn. Let's take it. He took my queen, or my B pawn, and now there's threats. And there's lots of tactical threats here. He can take my bishop. My bishop is just hanging. There's nothing there. What do? I develop another piece. What? He can just take that. Can't he? Why did you do that? Well, I'm just going to start coming in. If he ever takes this, we have the same sequence we had before. So if he comes here, we have this, and we're coming in. And now the other issue is that now I've got two knights and this queen coming in, and things are just going to get nasty really fast. Also, if he comes here and takes, the other thing that we can do, let's say he comes in this way. I'm going to come here. He's not going to take. He's probably going to move. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do this. And we're going to go after the queen. Queen's going to move, probably somewhere safe. Then we're going to come in this way. And white or black is having all kinds of problems. It's getting really bad really fast. Not to mention that we also have this type of sacrifice to win this piece, and things are going to get blown up even more. So I do that. I come in, and he decides he's smart enough not to buy it, not to take that piece. And now I get some initiative. I'm going to have to push this queen back. My bishop's no longer undefended. And I've got this crazy pin here. I got this attack going. Things are doing great. So here I was a little unsure of my best plan here. And I don't know that this is the best move. Maybe it is. If you guys see this position, what would you guys do? Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think your best move here as white would be. White to play and get a crazy, crazy initiative. I like my move. I think it works really well because the way it is right now, we're forking the king and the queen. It's forcing him to trade. And then we're going to just drop back. And now I've got the bishop pair. I mean, he also has a bishop pair, so I don't have the bishop pair against him, but I have all the pressure. He stops my knight from coming into g5, and I'm going to stop some things from happening. I'm controlling the knight, there was a grandmaster that said something. If you want to, take forward squares away from knights. The forward squares are these for the knight. Whoops, these two. So the easiest way to do that, play c3. Now, is that the best move in the position? Probably not. I probably could have just played rook to b1 and just started loading up on this pawn here, and he's going to drop back even further. But I really want to try to limit his access to anything, and I really wanted to play d5 or d4 at some point too. He plays to try to... I thought this was an interesting move. I think he's just trying to protect his king. I don't know that it serves any type of purpose other than that. He might have been hoping that I would exchange. And I did. But I improved a piece first by playing rook to b1 by pushing the queen back. And we get this position here. Actually, well, he takes, and now we get this position here. Which I feel really good, because I have this move here, and then we have this move, and things are looking really nice. Sorry, my wife is texting me about something while she's at work. Weird. Interesting. So I saw that and I'm like, okay, that looks cool. I like that. And I thought, well, I'll control the center first. And yeah, I'm going to try to get some activity. This knight can come in here. Queen's coming in. And we got this really nice attack starting, even with this and this, and all of my pieces are like working together really well. The other thing that I thought was, instead of doing that, I could have just pushed. I could have just went here, pushed his king, and just locked these pawns up. And I didn't. I mean, I thought about blowing it up too. I have a couple options here. I haven't investigated all of them, so that is definitely something that I might want to do at a later date. And yeah, I think a lot of these are interesting lines. Yeah, I mean, this is something that is interesting, and the king has to come back. I don't even know. I think maybe here. I don't even know where's best. I'm not sure. No, that's not best, because then we just take this. So that's not good. He's probably got to come back here. New main line. King to e7 doesn't work, so let's delete that. So yeah, king d7 does not work because of the pin on the d6 pawn. This is probably better, and then I think we could just still do the same thing and come in with this. Or we have to deal with this right here. So maybe we come... Interesting. How do we... Not sure. Maybe pushing is not the most ideal. Yeah, okay, so maybe we take... I mean, I think all of these are interesting moves to explore. I feel like he has to take, but no. If he takes, we get this, and this is nasty. New variation. Bishop d6, that's not... Okay, this got messed up here. So, takes, and now he's kind of in trouble. He only has one move. He can't really do that. I like this better. Well, maybe. Not quite sure. Because now that bishop... Now I'm kind of almost forced to take that bishop. I don't know. This is interesting for sure, though. A line that most certainly has to be considered. I tried something different. I wanted to come in like this. And I gave him a little bit of counterplay. And then I have this strong center, and I was like, okay, we're gonna blow this all up. And there's definitely some tactics here, which gets really crazy. And he's forking my pieces, but I'm gonna blow them open. And now look at that. What a crazy sequence, because I threatened checkmate in one. He's got to take it. For those of you that can't see checkmate in one, it showed on the board. I was going to say pause the video and try to figure it out, but my knight's protecting here, and the queen can come in, and that's checkmate. So he has to take the rook. And now we have won a queen for a rook. He takes my knight, and I take his knight. Now it's a queen and a rook against two rooks and a bishop. And there was a time, where was it? Bishop, yeah, so let's move back. Right here on move 25, he offered me a draw. And I have a 20-minute advantage, more than a 20-minute advantage. He's got 6 minutes left, and I have 28. And I thought about it for 2 minutes before playing queen to e6 check and denying his draw, and we played on because I saw this. And I think he mentioned in the game he thought that he could get out of this. And I saw this and I was like, this is winning, I feel. And he stopped me from coming in to here. And I'm threatening more checkmates. My idea is to come here. And then, whoops, things are going to get crazy fast. And I came in there anyways. He pushed a5, and I saw this nice mating sequence. Pause the video and try to figure it out for yourself from here. See if you can figure it out. This is a really nice mate. Idea being this is blocked, so when I come here, he's in check. He's got only 2 moves. 1, 2. Okay, and then see if you can figure out the rest. Did you guys figure it out? Leave your comment down below. Let me know if you figured it out, and let me know what the sequence is. Check. He moves forward. Check. And he moves forward. And queen to f5, checkmate. And he missed this move, and he saw it on the board, and he's like, oh, wow. He's like, I thought I could get out of that. I didn't see it. So kudos to John. This was a great game. I enjoyed this game quite a bit. And this gave me a 3-1. So I went 3-1 in this tournament, and I gained quite a bit of rating points. I think 40 something. This brought me up to 1590 something, 1593 I think, with my last tournament.